Literally, my husband works 14 hours at the car lot. Almost 7 years before I retired him. Gosh, I gotta go to the grocery store, pack up the kids, gotta come home, prep the food, cook the food, set the table, do all the things, serve the family. It will get to a point where I hire a chef again. It just became too expensive. Look at your day. The things that give you the most resistance or pushback or make you feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Those are the areas that you can absolutely hire in. Good morning. I am at home getting ready to assign some tasks to my executive assistant so that she can get some things done. In the meantime, I have my housekeepers here, and they're just doing such an amazing job. This really helps with being able to like manage the house because I can't do everything by myself. Like I've tried to keep up with the house maintenance and the career and being the best mom and being the best wife and self-care. It's just too much. Find time to work out. Find time to do, like, who got time to do all these things in their day? Hire help. Hire help. I had to. Hire help. And it makes your life easier. But just look at my room. Just got them vacuuming. And they folded the clothes for me, which is great. And I'm just hanging out in my robe because I haven't gotten dressed yet. By the time I woke up this morning, I had Outlook emails for breakfast. I know y'all seen that meme floating around on threads like, what'd you have for breakfast today? Outlook emails? Absolutely, 100%. Because that's what I do. I wake up, brush my teeth, get ready, get my girls off to school, get the baby fed, and I skip breakfast some days. Most days my husband will bring in breakfast, but today he's going to get a lineup. So, yeah, I missed my breakfast, but yeah, this is kind of what I do in the mornings. I just, have my help and let the experts do what the experts do. Let me get my work stuff out the way without making too much of a mess. I really encourage all moms who have a lot to juggle to hire in areas that seems mundane or that you feel resistance in. One thing that people always ask me is like, how do you know when to hire? Or how do you know who to hire? And the thing is, I've really had to get to a space where I can really read my energy, right? So what I mean by that is after I had Kendall and Blair, I was cooking 4 times a day. Literally, my husband works 14 hours at the car lot. He was a car salesman for almost 7 years before I retired him. And during that time, I was a stay-at-home mom, but I also built my business. And I was trying to do all the things. And cooking was one of those things that I just absolutely felt the most resistance on. Like, gosh, I gotta go to the grocery store, pack up the kids, and I gotta come home, prep the food, cook the food, set the table, do all the things, serve the family. And it just left me kind of feeling flat. And I got to a point where I'm like, okay, this isn't something that I absolutely love to do. So what can I do instead of cooking every day? So now I pick 2 days a week that I cook, and the other days we're either ordering takeout or we're just picking up food, or we'll go to a restaurant. It will get to a point where I hire a chef again. I had a chef at my last house, and I ended up not working out. It just became too expensive. I mean, I'm talking about like $400 a meal. It was way too expensive. And what did it for me is on the menu, they give you an option of what you want to eat, and I selected pasta because that's what I wanted. And it ended up being a $400 pasta meal. Something that I could have cooked myself. And it wasn't that it wasn't, a good experience. I was being served. They cleaned up the kitchen afterwards. It was just $400 for spaghetti? Yeah, no. So we ended up severing that contract with her. And in the meantime, I've just kind of found something that worked for me. And I will get back to hiring a chef because that's absolutely something I want. I mean, we probably have fast food too much, more than I would like to admit. And it's just in between the days, because my husband also works from home. So it's like one of those things where we'll pick up takeout from a restaurant. We may get dinner from a restaurant, or we may sit down and eat. But in the off times that we're not doing that, we're eating fast food. And I'm just like, no, it's becoming like too excessive, especially like with the baby and me breastfeeding. I really like to take into account like what I'm eating, the type of nutrients that I'm getting, because whatever I consume, she's consuming. Even if she's not eating it directly, she's getting it from my breast milk. So processed foods, we want to stay away from, especially during this like postpartum time. But more than anything, we're eating, we're happy, we're healthy, and I love that for us. In other areas of my life, cleaning was one of those things. When we moved into our new home, this home that we're in now, we built in 2022. And one of the things that I kind of did in the beginning was I went around, cleaned all the bathrooms one day. Another day I would clean like all the common areas, like the kitchen, the family room, the upstairs playroom. Then I would do all the bedrooms, putting away all the clothes. So I had like a routine. And I would time myself to see how much time it would take me to get all the things done. And it probably took me maybe an hour and a half each day, which isn't a lot. But when you add all of that up and you're seeing yourself being more like 12, 13 hours a week on just cleaning, I'm like, if I can utilize this 13 hours and put that towards building my business, I would be making more money, being able to scale my business faster, hire additional help in the business that can help us maximize. And then I will also be doing things that I actually enjoy doing, as opposed to doing stuff that's not really productive. And when I say not productive, it's not generating cash flow, or it's not, moving the needle in some way, shape, or form in performance, right? This is just a task that I have to do as a mom. And if I can outsource that and use that time for something else, that could help us as a family even more. So I started looking at different areas where I can buy back time. And so that's one of the areas that I found, like hire housekeepers. Sometimes they come once a month, and then more frequently when the girls are home from school, they come bi-weekly. Like, for example, at the end of the year, there's lots of breaks. You got fall break, midwinter break, Christmas break, teacher day off, spirit week day off. Like, it's just all these different days. And I'm like, okay, they're home more. There's more of a mess. And I cannot function in clutter. If you have been along this journey, you know that our last home that we were in, I turned it into a warehouse. I had all of my inventory for Muscle Up Mommy just like scattered all over the home. And that really, it was beneficial for me, but that really wasn't a way that I really wanted my family to live. It just kind of worked in that way because I did not want to have both a mortgage, a house note, rent, and then also going to get I can't think of the term. Oh my God. A storage unit or a warehouse, an actual warehouse. I couldn't think of that name. Oh my God. And so instead of having like more overhead than what I would need, I just kind of combined the two, which I probably could have utilized the garage, but I couldn't in the area that we were in, just because I didn't really trust the outside, and it was so hot all the time. And because we were renting that space, I couldn't like put an air conditioning unit in the garage. It was just so much that I couldn't do. It was so many restrictions. But now I utilize our home here. It feels better. It's no clutter. I have my inventory in the allotted garage space. There is no clutter on the inside of the home. And then eventually we will be moving into a larger warehouse space. But right now it works. It works really, really well. And I'm able to do all the things that I need to do and maximize. And it's efficient. That's the most important. So I share that because a lot of moms, they don't know where to start or what to do or who to hire. And it's like, just look at your day. The things that give you the most resistance or pushback or make you feel like, oh, I don't feel like doing this, those are the areas that you can absolutely hire in, because somebody else can get it done in record-breaking speed, twice as fast as you, and you can utilize that time doing something that's actually going to be productive in your life. Outside of that, right now I have an executive assistant. I have a fulfillment team that comes in. My exec does like my customer support with Muscle Up Mommy. She also manages a lot of my influencer project management things, linking, and what else does she do for me? Just like other tasks, like if I'm doing any type of outreach and things of that sort. A lot of times I'll do outreach with her, but if there is ever a time that I can't do outreach, she'll do that. Of course, to make sure that I am being extremely efficient in all the things that I do. Because if you're new here, I am the CEO and founder of Muscle Up Mommy. We are a internationally recognized maternity and nursing and lifestyle brand. And so for years, I've been solopreneuring, and now I don't have to. So we're going into our ninth year. It's been great. Outside of that, I am a full-time content creator, so I do YouTube. I am on all social media platforms, and I do partnerships with brands as well, really just helping moms balance and navigate motherhood, marriage, and their family lives. Also, while balancing breastfeeding in there, it is very, very hard to juggle, and I like to show moms ways that they can do it, which is why I created the J35 wearable breast pump. So I am a Black tech founder, and we have innovated the breastfeeding space so that moms can balance style, self-care, and life, career, all the things with ease. So I love it. Absolutely love what I do. Having help is essential, and yeah. So I'm actually going to get back to work and do a little bit for my influencer side of things, and then a little bit later on, we're going to be going to get do I want to tell y'all? We have a partnership with an exciting brand, and I will be taking y'all along with me so that y'all can see what that looks like. So I'll be back in a little bit, and yeah.